With the budget smartphone wars heating up, Realme wants to disrupt this segment once again with its brand new 5 series. Realme is making the leap from dual to quad cameras across its lineup, including phones that cost under 10,000 rupees. Now, the Realme 5 that we have here is a big upgrade over the Realme 3 in terms of processing power, cameras and even battery capacity. It's time to put it to the test and see if it's actually worth buying. Now before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you're the first to know whenever we have a new video. Realme has updated its design language a bit with the Realme 5. The phone still uses a polycarbonate body with a laminated plastic back, but it's taller than the Realme 3 and features a larger display. The design of the diamond pattern on the back has been updated to a more crystalline pattern, which looks neat and helps the phone stand out. The size of this phone does make one-handed use quite cumbersome, and even with large hands we struggle to tap anywhere near the top of the display. Thankfully, ColorOS offers a one-handed mode to help tackle this issue. The Realme 5 is a bit heavy too, at nearly 200 grams. Button placement and tactile feedback of the volume and power buttons are good, and at the bottom we have the single speaker, headphone socket and a micro USB charging port. The front has a 6.5-inch HD Plus resolution display with a small dewdrop notch and fairly slim bezels all around. There's scratch protection too in the form of Corning's Gorilla Glass 3. We found the brightness to be more than adequate and colors had good saturation. Now there's a fingerprint sensor at the back which works well, and there's Face Unlock too. Just like previous Realme offerings, Face Unlock is very quick. Last but not least, Realme says that the phone also has humidity protection for the SIM slot, the gaps around the phone, the battery area, etc. and it should be able to withstand light splashes of water. The Realme 5 is the first phone to be announced in India with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 SoC. The phone is available in 3 variants with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, and the one that we have which has 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The Realme 5 ships with ColorOS 6.0.1, which is the latest version of it. The battery section in the settings app is also a lot easier to read compared to the previous version, although we're still waiting on the battery level graph. Now we didn't have any issues with spammy notifications from apps on this phone. You still get the same plethora of pre-installed apps as always, including Daily Hunt, Hello, etc., but all of these can be uninstalled. Now we generally had a good experience using the Realme 5 on a daily basis. The display offers very good sunlight legibility and its size makes it great for media consumption. Now there's no wideband L1 support, which means video streaming apps will be restricted to resolutions below HD. Now compared to the Helio P70 in the Realme 3 or even the Oppo A9 that we recently reviewed, the Snapdragon 665 generally posts slightly better numbers in gaming benchmarks, although when it comes to the CPU, it's pretty much neck and neck. Now we didn't really notice any overheating even when playing stressful games. In Asphalt 9 Legends, we noticed very minor stutter briefly when the race was about to begin, but nothing much after that. PUBG Mobile defaulted to the low preset oddly, but ran just fine even after bumping the graphics settings to balanced. The Realme 5 did get slightly warm, but never really got hot even after a 30-minute match in PUBG. Realme continues its partnership with Dirac, which powers its real sound technology. Now, unlike Dolby Atmos Mobile, this only works when you have headphones plugged in. Even with heavy daily activities, you can expect the Realme 5's battery to easily go beyond a day of regular use. The phone has a 5000 mAh battery which lasted for a solid 22 hours and 31 minutes in our HD video loop test, which is excellent. During our review with light to medium usage, we were able to manage nearly 2 days of use per charge. From zero, it does take a little more than 3 hours to fully charge this phone using the bundle adapter, and sadly there's no fast charging support either. Now this is where things get really interesting. The Realme 5 is the first quad-camera smartphone to be priced just under 10,000 rupees, and the company is really driving this point home. Other than the primary 12-megapixel sensor and the 2-megapixel depth sensor, Realme has given this phone an 8-megapixel wide-angle camera with a 119-degree field of view and a 2-megapixel macro camera for close-up shots. In daylight, the primary camera captures landscape shots that appear quite pleasing when viewed on the phone's display, but upon zooming in, we did notice that details in distant objects weren't very good and shadow areas had a bit of noise. HDR isn't always very effective as colors tend to look a little bit pale at times. Now this can be fixed by using the Chroma Boost mode, which makes scenes look a bit more lively. Wide-angle shots have visibly less detail, but you do get a potentially more interesting perspective. Barrel distortion correction works fairly well too, so objects at the sides of the frame don't appear too warped. Now, close-ups is one area where the Realme 5 pulls ahead of its competition. Shots of people have good-looking skin tones, and edge detection is handled well when shooting in portrait mode. Now, you still can't adjust the background blur before or after you've taken a shot, but the blur looks fairly natural. If you want to take super macros, switching to the ultra macro mode yields some very good results. There's no autofocus, but when positioned correctly over a subject, we manage to get some really stunning details. Low light is where the Realme 5 struggles a bit. Autofocus speed is still decent, but landscapes generally had weak details, and in very dark scenes, grain was visible. Nightscape mode helps brighten the scenes and improve detail, but it also adds a slight crop to compensate for handshake. Now, there's a 30 megapixel selfie camera which captures fairly good looking selfies in daylight. There's HDR for this camera too, and it works well even when shooting against bright light. Portrait shots still look a little fake, and edge detection wasn't very good. You can shoot selfie videos at up to 1080p resolution, and the footage is stabilized, which is very handy and is not something we often see in this segment. It worked well in daylight, but in low light there was some visible distortion due to the electronic stabilization every time we took a step. Now, speaking of video, the Realme 5 can shoot at up to 4K but without any stabilization. Colors look a little boosted, but other than this, details are good when shooting during the day. Footage shot in low light, however, did look a little grainy. 1080p video is stabilized, although we noticed mild focus hunting when moving about. Video quality suffered more in low light with soft details and slight shimmer due to the electronic stabilization. The Realme 5 is quite a big upgrade over the Realme 3, and the fact that its pricing starts below 10,000 rupees is quite commendable. Compared to the Realme 3, you get an improved processor, nearly 2-day long battery life, and better cameras. Plus, the addition of the wide angle and the macro cameras definitely gives you more creative freedom to capture different types of shots. Now, some things to keep in mind are the weight and size of the phone. The bigger battery has made the phone a little heavy, and the tall display might not suit everyone, especially if your usage involves a lot of one-handed use. Also, we didn't find the cameras to be too impressive for both stills and video when shooting in low light. All things considered though, the Realme 5 still offers pretty good value, as you get excellent battery life and a pretty versatile set of rear cameras without having to spend a whole lot. So thanks for watching our review, and for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.